Hey everyone, today we'll be reviewing G2 Esports vs Team Empire on Border, Raleigh Major 2019. Make sure to put the corresponding subtitles. Defender lineup is Clash, Smoke, Maestro, Doc and Jaeger. Attackers brought Thatcher, Hibana, Buck, Zofia and Twitch. Let's talk about attack operators. It is interesting to see that no thermite was brought against the lockers or ventilation push, because you definitely need a big hole by the lockers wall. Hibana is usually brought if an office push, because then you can from very safety, once office is clear, open up the office and archives wall. It's also interesting to note that Zofia is the only counter to Clash. Other than that, the rest of it are common picks.
It allows them to,
Prefate was cut for a bit, so I won't know where all the utility is. However, let's see what is going on with the defenders. I have code 6 reinforcements. One office sandwich, possibly for another angle from office toward the CC. For Maestro in case he's able to get there. One in archives facing office, denying an angle from the office window all the way toward the hall desk. Also allows Maestro to play behind the wall. We will have in the cubby facing lockers, standard. One in the lockers facing west balcony, standard, mostly to aid Clash later on. And the final one is with the dock, facing 90, which is obviously aiding dock. I have caught 3 out of 4 barbed wires, fought could be by the main stairs, so they can't just rush in for the main stairs, especially required now when Nuke is available. 2 in the archives, standard, slowing the archives push as well as alerting defender that CC push is probably not going to happen. And 1 by the break doors, similar thing, standard. We will have an ADS by Clash as reinforcement, to aid Clash against concussed mines. I'm not sure why Clash be playing so exposed in the round. That ADS won't zap concussed mines because the concussed mines will explode and expose Clash before ADS can have an angle onto the concussed mine. And the other ADS, Jaeger will use it for himself, for obvious reasons. Third is unknown. It is not with Maestro or Doc where I would assume. We will have a common Evola in the archives and a bulletproof camera in the 90, both very common. About the bulletproof camera to help Doc later on to play on his role in the short, and an additional angle onto the CCTV. For the rotation, the one between office and archives, so you're not giving attackers office for free. Fontaine and short, another angle for Doc to contest the office. This seems like a heavy CC hold, but with these angles established, it's also a good office hold. Short and CC, standard one if playing in CC heavily. And locker with the west balcony. For Clash, to be able to see the west balcony and move to the relative safety when required. I will talk about this rotation in action phase a bit more. A bullet hole will be located from the CC towards the east stairs, and also a leg level line of sight in between archives and lockers wall. The hole that is located higher than a head level line of sight will be located on the same wall, so smoke and smoke of the archives push from the Kaosx. The idea behind this defense is that they will hold the whole map from this ring. The aggressive rotation and ACOG, especially when Doc and Maestro are able to rotate to office and 90 respectively. Clash is a 9 to west balcony, that means if you cannot counter Clash, you will have to brute force yourself into the break, where there are crossfires from the CC, 90, and office. I don't believe that the office angle was opened, but it usually is. Another way to play with the Clash with a similar strat is that what will G2 lack is if Team Empire will try to contest the Clash by the west balconies, most likely all of attackers that are contesting the Clash will be repelled on the west side. And then it's to open the jail exterior walls, so when needed, Clash can call, you have a person to simply destroy all attackers repelling and focus on the Clash. Also, I'm not sure why this rotation was on the hard right side, but not on the left side. Usually it is on the hard right side, as it is now, but usually you don't bring Clash. When Clash is mellowed or stunned by the concussed mines, she is exposed on the lower right part of the body. Therefore, if the rotation was by the reinforcement, she can immediately, and she sees Zofia with the launcher, hide the exposed part behind the reinforcement, whereas in this round, she will die because of just one Zofia's concussed mine, a huge blunder from Clash. Speaking of that, let's continue on. Team Empire will be pushing CCTV as it seems, as all 5 people were stacking around CCTV, 2 by the break, 3 by the west side. Hibana is hidden but she's on the tower. Zofia is preferring the common angle, a rotation between lockers and archives. It's always good to do that. They have also pinched Doc, in the break and so clashed by the West. Sadly for Team Empire, there is no possible way to kill Doc yet. 3 armor operators do not die from the frag grenade, if 3 armors have full health points. We can see Gauthier rotating to deal with the clash, so that way Empire has somewhat control of the West balcony, and once they get out, it will be way easier to push the CC and break players. However, they will still have to worry about the rotation between the lockers and balcony because of the smoke player. Clash fell, that means Jaeger is locked down in his position. Doc will be playing around 90 and the smoke is contesting passively the rotation between lockers and balcony. What does this mean? You will need a person by the sandwich lockers window and not to allow Smoke and Jaeger to retreat back to the site. What is even better, since Jaeger and Smoke will be pinched, Team Empire is now playing, without counting Twitch that is going into the window, 4 vs 2, where they have to contest only Messias in the archives. The issue for the Team Empire is that time is running away. They have not cleared CCTV or anything during the first 2 minutes. They have just got the opening kill on the clash, so if they will continue to push CCTV, they will have to play against crossfires of Jaeger and Doc, which is definitely not in their advantage. Therefore, we will see a beautiful adaptation from the Team Empire, which will be located by the sandwich window, as already stated. Buck will be going to the east balcony, Thatcher will be located by the office, and Zofia will keep Jaeger occupied in the CCTV. Doc will be pushed back to lockers. Later on in the archives, because most likely Thatcher was kind of giving away their adaptation of the Team Empire. Because A, he probably was seen by the bulletproof camera on the 90, and B, he was shooting from the east stairs for the first time after 2 minutes and 30 seconds, which is kind of too obvious that they're rotating. And it's a very smart move from Doc that he will move himself towards the archives to help Messias. Remember, Smoke and Jaeger are locked down because of the Zofia and Twitch, and the Empire is prepared to push heavily inside of one door and one window of archives. Buck is drumming the room ahead, even if it is just 21 seconds left. He will spot Doc, and Hibana and Buck will push him at the same time. Do you remember Zofia and her angle? She's holding the same angle as she was pre-firing at the start of the round, cutting the rotation between the sides. Twitch is also holding an angle from the sandwich window, rappelling upside down. Before it was a really broken mechanic. Now it was heavily nerfed. Basically, Doc will be playing in 1 vs 2 situation. Thatcher will kill Messias that was playing in the Fontaine or aggressive by the office, and that's a round for Empire. Even if they didn't kill the rest of the 2, they will have an easy plant and 2 people covering the rotations. And that will be literal 4 vs 2 post-play situation. What should have been done? I'm really not sure how Clash can be killed with just 1 concussion mine in this level of the play. Clash players have considered their counters, especially after the reveal phase and knowing that Capitão and Nomad were banned. The only way of she being eliminated is by the Zofia. Frag grenade takes around 23 damage points. The impact hole between lockers and balcony definitely did not help out her. I'm not sure why weren't G2 thinking about the rotation. You can have a line of sight on the high right side of the wall, just make it with the smoke, but you need the rotation on the left side because of the clash. But you really need to pay attention to these things. However, even if clash was eliminated, half of the round passed, and it took around 10 to 20 seconds Team Empire to figure out to push archives. That was actually a very great play from Team Empire, because even with the clash gone, they still cannot contest CC break room for the west balcony, due to the smoke playing behind the half wall. That will be too consuming in order to do so. G2 knew that if Team Empire continued to contest CC, it would be most likely G2's round. That is why they still have put 3 out of 4 people to defend the CCTV. Smoke replaced the clash, and Jaeger and Doc were in the CC and 90. There were not huge mistakes after the clash death from G2. Just unlucky that Doc was not ready for the quick back push through the archives door. If he killed Buck, Hibana was not ready for the refrag, so it could be a totally different round. But Hibana opened the window, therefore Doc was definitely stuck into the corner. He couldn't know which angle does Hibana have. I'm really not sure how Messias died. Was it in the Fontaine or a grass in the office? All in all, perfect adaptation by the Team Empire. Realizing that the G2 members are stuck because they're trying continuously to heavily deny CCTV, leaving Jaeger and Smoke out the board for the rest of the round. making it a 4 versus 2 in the late round, and isolating the players such as Doc in the archives. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any feedback, let me know down in the comment section below. If you would like to support me, drop me a like, subscribe, and click the notification bell not to miss any video from my channel. Make sure to join my Discord server and to follow me on Twitter.